Hello guys, Melky here. I want to talk about the Garden of Eden. And shit, bruh. Do you hear that motorcycle? Like when I start make videos or when I start something important, maybe I become sensitive in hearing. I pay attention to the motorcycle voice. Or was it the motorcycle was timing my concentration? That is just nuts, isn't it? Wow, wow. Do you feel like bothered by that? Because I think the timing is kind of arranged. It feels arranged. It's kind of weird. Is that population control or something? Anyway, guys, I want to talk about Garden of Eden. So, in a Garden of Eden, um, Eve ate fruit of good and evil. And what happened there was that, you know what, let's get to the point. I think Buddha or Siddhartha Gautama kind of figured it out, right, guys? Hear me out. Hear me out. He said like something like Ecclesiastes along the lines, but maybe a little bit different, because what I hear from him from the teaching is that after you've done certain levels of stuff, right? After you've done like fasting and meditation, and then after that you could kind of get there. So people don't instantly go there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where is there is a place where everything is just smooth. You just become enlightened that, people die, people suffer, people become happy, and that this all of those carnal desires is kind of ruining the serenity, or this, I don't know, this transcendence where you are in a line with the way it's supposed to be, right? Something like that, guys, right? So the carnal desires will bring you suffering, which is maybe necessary or unnecessary, but definitely unwanted, right? So you can take control of that and do something. So what does that have anything to do with Garden of Eden? So correct me if I'm wrong, right? But I just like, it is something from my background. So I mean, I have friends that are Buddhist, not me personally. So I only get snippets of it. So correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, but I've heard of it. Shit. Okay, guys. The Garden of Eden is that state. So when human beings haven't fallen into sin, I think that is where people are like that. So they don't recognize the state that we are in right now. Imagine a very rich kid that couldn't imagine life outside of the garden, outside of their houses. So this is Adam and Eve. But this rich kid is actually kind of transcendent above, like they live the utmost potential of human being, right? This utmost potential of human being is that if we do our whim, if we're being impulsive, if we are being carnal, right, we're gonna mess up our life, right? Or some people, maybe some people gonna say, oh, because everything is meaningless, just do whatever you want and it's meaningless. I'm going to address it after I'm making this point, because this point is kind of condensed, so it will reveal the answer. um in my opinion. So Adam and Eve is the state that we are trying to get when we search for utopia. So that is the meaning of Garden of Eden. Whether you believe or not, it is a real history the way it says so. And then Eve ate the fruit of knowledge of good and evil. Her eyes were opened, and now they cannot do it anymore. She could not do it anymore. She could not become that. So what is that? What is the meaning of that? That is the sense of a responsibility, guys. Isn't that a good thing? Why is it a sin? If you could imagine a state of synchronicity with God Himself, the Spirit of truth, right? We as the image of God is just what do you call it? It's just an agent, right? It's just an agent, and we are created, we are designed to be a certain way. So all we got to do was to just live our design. Like horses and deers already know how to walk when they were born, right? It is just in their design. The same thing with us. We just do God. We become the image of God, and everything else in this world would act as if they were acting towards God when it is in our presence. So, but the thing is, guys, we haven't been allowed, or would we ever going to be allowed to eat the fruit of responsibility, the knowledge of good and evil? But we prematurely ate it. Therefore, now it is evil. It is evil now if we just run the system and we saw something bad and we did not do it, we did not fix it. Now, because we know that it is bad, we are not just an AI, we're not just a robot. If a robot like spin around and cut sausage or cut cookies whatsoever, and they identified there's a finger there. There's a finger, a human finger, and they didn't stop. They are not evil. It is just their program. But if the one who's cutting is a human being, and he saw somebody else's finger and he didn't stop, that is on purpose. So that is a sense of responsibility. So now, guys, it is more complicated. It is not yet like you starting to see the evil, the risk of evil, but not yet, right? So this is what's going to happen next. It is also evil for God, guys. For God, it is evil. Imagine your boss. No, you are a person who is capable of responsibility. You are not a robot, and they treat you like they ignore your capabilities of responsibilities. It is evil for God to do that. Now it becomes a problem. Now, what's good would be education, which is to make us understand the greatness of truth. Okay, so chaos, the primordial chaos, within primordial chaos there's the truth, and the truth is a property, so it cannot go outside. Outside the truth is outside, inside the truth is inside. It is order. It is an order. So you have to, so that is like, I don't know, so we gotta understand that. So and if we see something that is not orderly in a way, how to express a sense of responsibility, how to express sense of responsibility. I hope everyone just know that. Why do I have to explain it again? Like, it's pretty hard. So that's just sense of responsibility. So now you got to, because Adam and Eve is young and they have sense of responsibility, they need to know how to actually be responsible. That is the problem, guys. It is now evil. It is now evil if you are a boss and you ignore your employees' sense of responsibility, and you acted like they are robots. No one like that, right? Something's wrong about that. So that is the complication, I think. It's not a whole encompassing, right? I think I just came from a particular angle. Now guys, imagine this is as an equation, right? A number plus something equals something. This is a formula, guys. A number plus something equals something. We already got the equal. We already got the origin, Genesis, right? Sense of responsibility. What is X, guys? What is X? What is guys, listen to me. We already got the Garden of Eden, and then it says in the Bible, right, that it's, I don't know how to explain this. If for people who don't have the background, right? You know what? I think the those fruits are words, right? So if you talk the way that is irresponsible, that is from the devil. Do you understand me? So you say blah 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 blah. Well, actually, you are talking about you are making yourself hurt for other people. Okay, other people is sitting there, right? You're talking to your friend, but actually you're talking to that person without taking any responsibility. The topic is different. The primary context is that, but actually you don't really care about the primary context. Maybe just a little bit. The thing that you care is actually this intimidation, maybe, or irresponsibility, regardless of the message you are sending to the other person. Okay, and this other person cannot reply to you, right? It's hard to reply to you, to manage his or her responsibility after knowing that knowledge. So that is an irresponsible talking. You have to invoke a context in order to communicate properly, while you're actually the one who's receiving and you didn't ask for it anyway, guys. So I think that is the fruit of the devil. I wouldn't say that is the knowledge of good and evil, but if A plus B equals C, then C minus A equals B, guys. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. We already know the C. We already know the A. So that means C minus A is B. B is that. Okay, guys. I don't know. I cannot prove it. But in faith-wise, it's not definitely there. But it is there. It is somewhere there. You know what I mean? So this is the thing, guys. This is the thing. So why did the Bible uses that kind of illustration as if it was a historical narration to explain lies, right? Because Jesus said, the father of lies, the love of money is the beginning of all evil. And if the love of money means like you care more about money than about God, and therefore you use money, which is acknowledgement, right, acknowledgement about other people's merit, and then and it is a false acknowledgement, like you want to keep money regardless of the truth about their performance, or you want to take more than your share. Regardless of your merit, the more important thing is money. So that is lying. When you get more, it's like, money is a proof that you have performed and haven't been paid back, so haven't been, reciprocated. So it's a stalled reciprocation system, so that the economy could work better. And that is the lie. It's lying in a way. So the fruits are, okay, you can say that I am wrong because I don't have evidence, I just have my own logic, right? But up until this point, let me just continue with my opinion, right? That's so narcissistic. I'm sorry, I just want to finish my point, okay? So bear with me. If you don't want to watch it anymore, I'm sorry, you can, of course. All right, so this is my logic, right? So this is my logic. The fruits are communication, guys. These are communication of responsibility. Every single time you communicate, you pass on responsibilities. That's why God said every single fruit in the garden you can eat, except for that fruit. Somehow the act of eating of that fruit is somehow contained the act of that irresponsible talking. What's the proof, guys? What's the proof? I don't have it. To be honest with you, but it is just the logic. It's just there. So let me get to my third point, my third reason of making this video. It was historical. It really could be historical that God was talking about that. So was it a fruit or was it a means of communication? There you go. That's the room for exploration, guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? What? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because ants, right, insects are, yes, they are individuals, but they're like us when we are working in a company. The brain is, the organism is the social, is the organization, right? The entity is the organization. The organism is the organization, like bees and ants, right? Also the mycelium is like that. So we as an agent of God is also should be like that, guys, right? But we became an individual somehow. I mean, being an individual and taking responsibility is it's a good thing, right? It's a good thing, right? But the implication is the design is kind of, the way we are is kind of conflicting all the time. Why? Because of that, guys. It's because of that. Because, you know what I mean? Why is that related to fruits and words? Pick up the pieces, guys. Pick up the pieces. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Also shout out to Rinne Adegawa live. I was listening to that until I fall asleep. And I woke up and I managed to think about that. Shout out to Rinne Adegawa live. Specifically the show called Snack Rinne. Oh guys, so snacky. No, actually it's like a bartender role playing in Japanese. So I don't know what's happening. So if you like that taste, you can go there. Another thing, shout out to Brigandine, the game Brigandine as well. Legend of Runertia. Oh, I'm playing that, guys, and I think it's like when you're playing a really good game, it's a little bit of psychedelic experience as well, a little bit. No, I don't know, but it's just they're so well made, well thought out. It is Brigandine franchise anyway, but I think that's the result of a really good open source. There's an element of Westnot as well in it. When you're passing down the knowledge through open source, and at the end of the line, guys, it was such a good thing. Yes, guys, it could be achieved like that. It could be an ingenuity from a person could give that kind of result, but through open source, guys, that is also possible, and that is very, very communal. We are a social creature, and that is, how we exchange. Wait a minute. Okay, guys, thank you. Goodbye.